guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Elfin Nayu. Elfin was one of the first ones to send me this crazy story, and once again it's concerning our favorite news station, Fox News, aka Faux News, because they're full of shit, faux show. Okay, how you doing? So what's going on now is that Geraldo is coming for Kendrick Lamar. So as you guys all know, this past weekend was the BET Awards, and I got to see Kendrick live at the BET Experience concert, and Kendrick killed it. And not only did he perform his song All Right at the concert that I saw, he also performed it on stage at the BET Awards. So of course Geraldo's watching this, and he decides to take it to Fox News and say that Kendrick Lamar was wrong for performing that song. And he's saying that the lyrics in All Right incite violence against the police, and he's also saying that hip-hop has been more of a detriment and has caused more destruction in the black community than police violence. So this whole situation is a mess. I'm so tired of Fox News. The particular lyric that they're upset about is when Kendrick was saying, "We hate the po-po, they want to kill us dead in the streets, faux show." So when he said that, that's what really pissed off Geraldo. I want you guys to go ahead and check out this news clip, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Rapper Kendrick Lamar raised some eyebrows last night when he opened the BET Awards singing on top of a vandalized cop car.
Wouldn't you know, we've been hurt, been down before. Hit her when our pride was low. Looking at the world like, where do we go? Hit her and we hate po-po when they kill us dead on the street for sure. Hit her, I'm at the preacher's door. My knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we go be up.
Did you catch that? Lamar stated his views on police brutality with that line in the song, quote, "And we hate the po-po, want to kill us in the street, faux show." KG.
Oh, please. Ugh, I don't like it. I mean, you know I don't like it. That's why he came to me. I get it. That's his right to express himself. Let the free market decide. Personally, it doesn't excite me. It doesn't turn me on. Doesn't interest me. I'm not feeling it.
Geraldo, not helpful with those song lyrics.
To say the least. Not helpful at all. This is why I say that hip-hop has done more damage to young African Americans than racism in recent years. This is exactly the wrong message. And then to conflate what happened in the church in Charleston, South Carolina, with these tragic incidents involving excessive force of use of force by cops, is to equate that racist killer with these cops. It is so wrong. It is so counterproductive. It gives exactly the wrong message. It doesn't recognize that a city like Baltimore, where, remember Freddie Gray, they've had a homicide a day since Freddie Gray. No one's protesting that. Baltimore, a tiny city, 7% the size of New York, has just as many murders as New York. You know, we've got to wake up at a certain point and understand what's going on.
Dana, timing's everything, and this may be a little too soon.
The thing I was thinking about this, too, it's not like it was somebody on cable news who just happened to say something that they regretted and that they had to go then apologize for. This was planned. There were probably 1,000 people, at least several hundred, if not 1,000 people, who all knew that this was all going to happen, and nobody raises their hand and says, maybe this isn't the best idea to do today.
Yeah, with what's going on, Tommy, look at that police car.
It incites violence.
You sure it was planned? It looks like a spontaneous demonstration to me.
Who pushed the video?
No, a rapper who's anti-police? I mean, it's never happened.
So you guys just watched that news clip, and I wanted to tell everybody, if you have not heard the song All Right by Kendrick Lamar, you definitely need to check it out. It's a thought-provoking piece. I definitely love that song. I think Fox News is full of shit. The reason why they don't understand it, because the song was not meant for them to understand. It's not meant for middle-aged white men to really understand, you know what I'm saying, police brutality, because they're not the ones getting shot out here in the streets. You know, another thing that I find really, really disturbing is that I used to be a big Geraldo fan. I grew up watching Geraldo. I grew up watching his talk show. And I remember just the other weekend, I was watching some old Geraldo episodes, and Geraldo used to go hard for black people. I mean, Geraldo was the one who had the show with Sherazade Ali to promote her book at that point in time, back in the early 90s. And the book was called The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Geraldo put that show on. And if you guys ever go back and watch that episode, Ayanna Van Zant is in there. The one guy, Jesse Lee Peterson, is in there. It's a lot of people that are in there. And then I remember another old Geraldo episode I ran across was when he was talking about black beauty and how beautiful it is to be black and the different shades of black women. And they had Cynthia from the Real Housewives of Atlanta on there. They also had Eartha Kitt on there. It was a really, really good episode. I'm going to post those links down below so you guys can check them out.
You know, so many of the Caribbean nations invaded over the centuries by every race and creed imaginable. My family ranges from black to pale peachy white. I fall someplace in the middle on the color applause meter there. But I see tensions within the community, black to lighter shades, etc. And generally speaking, the way it breaks down in the Caribbean is that the darker skinned you are, you have the lower, you're relegated to the lower levels on the social economic ladder. It happened in Cuba with the middle class, basically the light-skinned people, and then the Mariel refugees, the ones who came later, darker skinned.
I think that now more than ever it's been better for black women than it ever has been. I don't know if it's so great, but compared to what it was, can only get better.
Did you ever contemplate using a kind of process to lighten your skin the way Michael Jackson has apparently done?
No, I haven't.
Did you ever feel that people who were darker skinned than you were superior, inferior, lighter skinned than you, superior, inferior? Did you ever have any feelings of where you fit in this color, in this rainbow spectrum?
Well, where I come from, usually if you were lighter, you were considered prettier because you were closer to being white. If your hair was long or straight, then that meant beauty. That's what,
Didn't you come from Detroit?
No, I'm originally from Alabama.
Oh, Alabama.
Yes.
I see. Did you experience that kind of racial tension and pressure?
Of course.
The others?
So I don't know what the hell has happened to Geraldo over the years. It seems like he's steadily clowning and kowtowing to, white America and Fox News. He used to go really hard for black people, for black issues, for minority issues. He tends to forget that he has Puerto Rican in him and some black ancestry. I just find this whole situation just ridiculous. I also find it funny that Fox News is always so quick to go in at the more conscious rappers, at the rappers that are saying something meaningful. Now, they won't have a discussion on Young Thug. They're not picking apart Big Sean's performance when he was talking about, I don't give a fuck, I don't fuck with you. They're not talking about how that's bad, but yet and still they're picking on Kendrick Lamar's performance. I just find that really funny. They want to go in on Kendrick. They love going in on, Lupe Fiasco, J. Cole. When black men are saying the truth and they're trying to enlighten their people and they're not talking about killing each other and selling drugs in their own community, and they're not talking about, taking another black man's life, it seems like that's an issue for Fox News. But if he was up here rapping about bling bling and killing dudes and selling crack and everything else, they would have no issues with that. People need to really be able to decipher and see through the bullshit. They're only coming at Kendrick Lamar because of the stuff that Kendrick Lamar is saying. And like that old saying goes in the South, a hit dog will holler. If they didn't care, if they didn't believe that there was any type of police brutality, then everything that Kendrick Lamar was saying in his song All Right would not be bothering Geraldo right now. He would just take it as just a song. But yet and still they're dedicating a whole news segment to some lyrics in Kendrick Lamar's song All Right. That tells you right there that faux news is full of shit. So anyways, you guys, go ahead and leave a comment. Let's get the discussion popping. How do you feel about what Geraldo and faux news had to say about the Kendrick Lamar performance at the BET Awards? Do you agree with it, or do you feel like Geraldo is just full of shit? And it also had me cracking up when you go on the original video. It has so many dislikes. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovelyti, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.